Good afternoon to one and all. I am R.V. Kiran, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today in this video lecture, I am going to explain you about the surface plates in a flatness measurement. So these surface plates is one of the measurement used for in the flatness of the surface. And this is my 54th lecture regarding to the subject metrology. So in the previous class, we have discussed about the autocollimator and its accessories and different types of autocollimator and its applications. Today, I'm going to explain you about the topic of the surface plates. So, these surface plates are the rigid block of granite or cast iron material. So, these surface plates has a rectangular blocks or the rigid blocks. Rigid blocks means you know about the rigid blocks, it does not move on any side. We have to fix it at the base of the machines or any other thing. So it is of two types. First one is the granite material and second one is the cast iron type. And these flat surfaces are used as the reference planes for the layout position. So these are used for the layout position also. So what is the surface and what is the by leveling also, these are going to use as the reference plates. Generally, it have 3-point suspension to prevent rocking when mounted on uneven surface. So due to the 3-point suspension on the surface plates, they are mounted on an uneven surface also. It is used to prevent rocking on that particular objects. So that is due to the 3-point suspension. And generally, these surface plates have two types. So two types of surface plates have been extensively used in the industry or the market. First one is the cast iron plates, and second one is the granite surface plates. So cast iron plates and the granite plates have been extensively used. So these two materials are two different materials. So coming to the first one is the rock material, and second one is the metal. So second one is the pure metal, that is cast iron. So these two have been extensively used in it. Next, these surface plates coming to the cast iron type, that is the cast iron surface plates. So these cast iron surface plates are well ribbed and have high strength. So these surface plates, that is cast iron surface plates, have high strength due to its metal body, and it also consists of the good wear resistance quality also. So due to the good wear resistance quality, we can use many times. So the lifetime of the material has been increased due to the wear resistance quality. Next one is the after machined parts, the surface can be scraped by hand to the flatness of the object. So due to the flat object, it can be surfaced, scraped by hand to the flat. That is of the cast iron plates. So in the picture you can see the cast iron surface plates. So it is well finished object. So the silver one is the surface plate. in which we are going to use. So the silver column defines the surface plate. So you have to measure the object by placing on the surface plate only. So next one is the granite surface plate. So these granite surface plates has three types of plates. That is why of color type. So three types of colors granite have been used. First one is the gray surface plate, that is gray granite surface plate. And second one is the pink granite surface plate, and third one is the black granite surface plate. So three types of surface plates have been used, and these are extremely flat, which is finished the product by lapping. So lapping means tapping the surface object, so it is called as lapping. So lapped over the rollers or any other thing. So it has extremely flat finishing. So you can see it in the picture also. First one is the gray color. Sorry. So this is the gray color granite, and second one is the pink color granite, and third one is the black type. So these surface plates have extremely high surface finish and flatness due to its high finish. And these are the surface plate accessories. So it has a vertical bar and a slide over it, and it has the vernier plate attached to the adjusting finger lever, and there is a lock screw on the right side of the bar, and a fine adjustment knob has been fixed perpendicular to the lock screw. So to the perpendicular adjustment of the lock screw, it has a fine adjustment knob which is fixed to the base. So this fine adjustment knob has been fixed to the base position. So you can see the engraved readings engraved in the vertical position, which have in the horizontal type. So this is the vertical position of the vernier plate. So this is the vernier plate, and this is the main scale readings. So whenever there is an unleveled position, so there is not in the level position, you can see it in the scale readings. So whenever the base touched the whenever the base touched the measured surface, so the fine adjustment knob has been fixed to it. Then the lock screw is used to measure the surface, while the main scale and the vernier scale have been fixed to it. So after the vernier scale division of the flatness of the object, it is used to measure the surface which are going to be leveled. Next one, we go to the advantages of these granite plates. So coming to the advantages, these are not appreciably affected by the temperature change. So whenever we are going to use it in any conditions, that is any temperature and in any positions, these are not affected by the temperature changes and the pressure changes. So that is the main thing here. And it will not burn or therefore accuracy not impaired. So it will not burn due to this. Accuracy is not impaired due to the granite plates. So due to the burning, it does not impairing due to the accuracy of the object. The next one it is non-magnetic type. So it has no magnetic power and no magnetic field is imposed in it. So this is pure non-magnetic. Next one it is rust proof. So it is not a metal or anything. So that is why it is a rust proof material. The next one, abrasives will not embed themselves as easily in the surface. Then abrasives will not embed themselves as easily in surface. So abrasives are not used in this surface. So these abrasives will not embed. So these are the different advantages. The next one is the care of these surface plate. So some measures have to be taken for this care of the surface plates. So let's see the care to be taken for the surface plates. So you have to keep the surface plates clean at all times. So they have to be clean all the time. Next one, clean with solvent to remove the film. So whenever any film is used or any other lubrication or any other surface plate is used upon this, so it is used by some solvent. So you can see it in the picture also. So that is the solvent to remove the film, and it has to be protected with the cover when not in use. So when it is not used, some type of protection has to be taken with cover when it is not in use. Next, protect with cover when not in use. So you have to protect with cover also when it is not used. So some type of covering has to be done for the surface plates when it is not used. So these are the care to be taken, and we have to use the parallels whenever it is possible to prevent the damage. So whenever we are using the parallel plates upon it, you have to use the prevent it. You have to be possible to prevent the damage. So that is why we are going to use the parallel objects only on it. Next one, remove burrs from workpiece before placing it on the plate. So burring is not done, is on it. That is burring means moving the unleveled objects on it. So it can cause the surface plates to remove the patches on it. So that's why we are going to remove the burrs from the workpiece before placing it on the plate. Next, slide heavy parts onto the plate rather than place them directly on the plate. So whenever we are going to place the object on the plate, we want to slide it on the plate rather than putting directly on the plate. That is, heavy parts can be directly not placed on the surface plates. So that on par with that, it is directly slide on that. And next, remove all burrs from the cast iron plates also. So comparing to the cast iron plates also, we have to remove the all burrs from the cast iron plates also. And when not in the regular use, cover all the cast iron plates with thin film of oil to prevent rusting. So to prevent from rusting and other things, we have to use the not in regular use. So cover the cast iron plates with the thin film of oil to prevent the from the rusting. And center punching or prick punching layout lines should not be done on a surface plate. So punching is not done, or any other weights have been not used in these surface plates. That is the center punching or prick or punching the layout line should not be done on a surface plate. So they should be avoid on that. Next one is the squares. So these squares are used as the additional objects to measure the surface plates or levelness of the objects. So these are used for the additional objects to be measured. So these squares are used for the layout and inspection and setup. So these squares are generally used in the layout. So to measure the layouts within the range and to use it, they are used in the inspection purpose also. So they are used in the inspection also. So that is in the offline inspection. So they are using it in the offline inspection. Next one is the setup. So setup for the additional advantage. So for the slip gauge or the by using the sign bar, we are using the slip gauge as the additional objects on it. So we are using this additional object on it. That is why we are using the same with the squares also. So these are used for the additional objects only, and they are manufactured to various degrees of accuracy. So depending upon the usage, we are going to manufacture it depending upon the accuracy. So depending upon the accuracy also, we are going to manufacture it. And next one is the range, ranges from semi-precision to precision squares. So these are ranging from the semi-precision to precision squares. So semi-precision means it is somewhat less than the precision level, and these precision squares are hardened and accurately grounded. So these are accurately hardened and grounded on the its level. So that is why these squares have been extensively used. Next one is the combination sets. So these combination sets has been used depending upon the angles used and the measure of length has to be taken. So that depends upon the measure of the length and degree angles. So these are highly used for the quick check of 90 degrees and 45 degrees angles. So that is, these are highly used for the 90-degree angle measurement and the 45-degree angle measurement, and it is also used for the measures of length also. So these are used for the length measures also, and part of combination set that includes the square head, center head, bevel protractor and graduated groove rule. So these combination sets includes these parts, that is the square head part, center head part, bevel protractor and graduated groove rule. So these are the different types of combination sets that has been used in the combinational set. So next, this is the combination set. So you can see the steel rule here. So this is the steel rule, and this is the protractor head. So this is the protractor head is the combination set, and this is the center head. So this is the center head at the left side part, and this is the square head and the spirit level in, and it has a scriber on the bottom part. So this spirit level is used to check the level. So these are used directly of by the combination of sets. So after attaching this with the combination like this, we are going to measure this. Next one is the precision square. So it is one of the type of the squares used in that. So these precision squares are used chiefly for inspection and setup purposes. So these precision squares are highly used in the inspection, that is in the offline inspection, and these are also used for the setup purposes. So next one is the it is hardened and accurately grounded. So these are hardened picture and accurately grounded to its level, and these must be handled carefully to preserve the accuracy. So these precision square has been used carefully without any disturbances to preserve the accuracy. And great variety of the manufactured, that is but all variations of either the solid square or adjustable square. So it has a great variety of objects in it. So these are great variety manufactured, but all variations of either solid square or adjustable square. So it has only solid squares or only adjustable squares. Next one is the beveled edged square. So these beveled edged square has been used for the better quality standard squares which are used in the inspection. So these are used in the inspection for the better quality of an inspection additives. So these are highly used in the quality standards only. Next, these beveled edges allows the blade to make line contact with the other. So the line contact means that is touch all the surface of the object. So it has to touch the surface of the object totally. So it has to be touched totally. So that is of the uh, line contact. So when coming to the point contact, it is touched at only at simple point, that is only at one of the point. And next it has to more accurate check. So it is used to uh, more accurate checks. And work is square, that is of 90 degrees if both sides square touch surface of the work. So if the surface is used to touch the workpiece, it is of 90 degrees position, that is of the perpendicularity on it. So that is of the beveled edge is square. Next one is the cylindrical square. So these cylindrical square are the master squares with other square has been checked on it, and it has a thick walled alloy steel cylinder. So it has a thick walled steel cylinder. So why they are using these thick walled alloy steel cylinder means, so they have the hardened ground and lapped. So these thick walled alloy cylinders are hardened type and they are grounded and lapped on it. So they lap the surface on it. And next it has the outside diameter nearly the true cylinder. So depending upon the true cylinder, it has the outside cylinder and it ends ground and lapped square with axis. And it has the ends recessed and notched to the decreased inaccuracy from the dust. So it has decreased the inaccuracy from dust also. So basically these cylindrical squares are lapped and it has the outside diameters which is of the cylindrical type. So that is of the cylinder square. So which has a thick walled alloy steel cylinder. Next one is the adjustable squares. So these adjustable squares are not as accurate as the good solid squares, and these are used when not possible to fix the squares. So whenever we are going to not to fix these squares, so we are going to fix these adjustable squares. So that is why we are using these adjustable squares here, and it is a die maker square. So in the adjustable squares, they are highly using the die maker square. So these are mainly used to check the clearance angles on the dice. So whenever we are using the dice on it, we are used to check the clearance angles of the dice. And the blade has to be adjusted to the angle of the workpiece by the blade adjusting screw. So this has to be adjusted by the blade adjusting screw. Then angle checked with the protractor. So it has a protractor on it. So it is of the one of the type of the bevel protractor type. So bevel protractor has a blade or a base angle on base blade on it, and it has a adjustable protractor on it. So that is the acute angle protractor. So then we are going to adjust the screw on it, that is on the blade. Then we are going to take the angle checked with the protractor. So here we are going to measure the angle. So what is the unleveled angle? So generally when there is no deflection, it has to be zero. But when it is used to be somewhat different, it is used to have some angle in it, that is some angle on it. Next one, it is the direct reading type indicates the angle of blade. So it has the direct reading type indicator, which is used to indicate the angle of the blade also. So generally, if you want to keep the blade as leveled as possible to the base, then we have to check the angle of the blade. So that is why we are using the adjustable squares as lesser than the other blades. So this is not as accurate as the good solid square. So that is why we are not regularly using these types of adjustable squares. So by this, we can end this lecture. Thank you.